Kule Nyanza kwa jamii ya Wajaluo kiongozi wao saa hizi ni nani? Ni Raila. Ukienda kule kwa Wakamba kiongozi wao akisema twende pande wanaendanga na yeye all the time. Ni nani? Kalonzo, si ndio? Ukienda kule kwa mlima, kule mlimani kule saa hizi kiongozi wao ni nani? Sinikashagwa saa hii. Sasa Waluhya pia sisi tunataka tukue na kiongozi wetu ambaye ni mmoja, watu wasiletee atuambia tukuja pamoja tu kabila. Wacha waseme sisi wa kabila lakini tutakuja pamoja. Ford Kenya! Ford Kenya! Wetangula! Pilato! Wetangula!
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to take you back about a few weeks ago. Edwin Sifuna, together with the governor of Trans-NZOIA County, George Natembeya, met in Nairobi. A meeting that was so unexpected. But this meeting gave birth to something that you are not ready for. After the meeting of Edwin Sifuna and George Natembeya, days later, George Natembeya was coronated in Vihiga as the kingpin of the Mulembe nation politics, which saw the overthrowing of the Tumbocrats that have held the politics of Mulembe nation for so long as hostages. That is MUSALIA, MUDAVADI and Moses Wetangula, who have been using the Mulembe nation people as a bargaining chip for them to get more money into their pocket and not to benefit the people of the Mulembe nation. Now, the meeting of Edwin Sifuna and George Natembeya happened unexpectedly. Until now, many are trying to figure out what really happened in that meeting and what was born on the meeting that happened between Edwin Sifuna and George Natembeya. Now, this is what happened. Edwin Sifuna, being the ODM party secretary general, he has had a voice there and he has been speaking for the people. A voice that also George Natembeya has been echoing on the other side as the DAPK deputy party leader in the Mulembe nation. Now, one George Natembeya knows, and he has said it once and again, the power that Raila Amolo Odinga held in the political realm of the Republic of Kenya did not come only because he had the Luo Nyanza region people behind him. It's because the Mulembe people also loved and also voted and believed in Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. They followed Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. So Baba held the Mulembe nation in his hand together with the Luo Nyanza, these being the second and the third largest voting blocks in the Republic of Kenya, gave him the power and the mandate. Now that Edwin Sifuna is meant to be kicked out of the ODM party, he is going to join hands with George Natembeya. George Natembeya, having been crowned as the spokesperson of the LUYHA nation, they will now spearhead a campaign as a united front, bringing together the people of the Mulembe nation against the government of William Ruto and selling their ideologies. And this is for them to actually have a better bargaining power when it comes to the 2027 general election in the opposition. Are we together? Now, George Natembeya might also come up with the party. We are being told that the party is already on the process of being registered. It will take up the name Tawe, the initial Tawe movement, which George Natembeya has been using as a movement to campaign all over the western region. So now, having George Natembeya unite is something that George Natembeya and Edwin Sifuna union is something that actually scares lots of leaders within the Mulembe nation. Why am I telling you this? If you realize lately, one Farouk Kibet has been camping in the Mulembe nation. Farouk has even gone a step further to learn the Luhya language so that he can convince the Luhya people that together they are in government. And if you go inside into doing your investigation, you will realize that also one Moses Wetangula, realizing the threat of George Natembeya, has started now mobilizing and registering more members within his Ford Kenya party, so that he will have a better negotiation chance in the government negotiation table for the 2027 general election, and how they will form the government of 2027 with William Ruto. Are we together until there? But now, the determinant of the upcoming of how the Mulembe nation will move forward behold these unions it will take place on the 27th of November, when the by-elections of Malava will be held. In Malava, the Tower movement, led by one George Natembeya, and also the DAPK party leader Eugene Wamalwa, they have a candidate, Seth Panyako, vying for the by-elections of Malava. On the other hand, Musalia Mudavadi and Farouk Kibet and William Ruto's government have another candidate called Dakwa, who is also vying for the Malava by-election. But when you look closely, Seth Panyako has already taken up the ground. He is the only person that even the polls are currently putting forward as the possible winner of the Malava by-election on the 27th of November. Now, if George Natembeya's candidate is going to win, and him uniting with Edwin Sifuna being kicked out of ODM, it is something that something is going to be born, that the other minions who use the Mulembe nation to bargain for positions in government, yet they don't deliver to their people, they are going to face it rough. A union of George Natembeya and Edwin Sifuna, then they join hands with other leaders like Caleb Amisi, who also has been defecting from ODM. He has currently defected from ODM. People like Babu Owino, who is also set to start his own party in the Luo Nyanza. They will destabilize a region that one William Ruto has held so close, believing that it will actually make him president come the year 2027. Ladies and gentlemen, the politics of the Republic of Kenya, mostly after the death of Raila Amolo Odinga, they are going to take a drastic turn that we pray and actually look forward to this turn working in benefit of the normal mwananchi. Because if George Natembeya wins the Mulembe nation, about 90% of it, together with Edwin Sifuna, the Luo Nyanza region, Babu Owino with this new party takes up about, let's say, even 60 to 70%. And they join the Mount Kenya people and the Kalonzo Brigade and the Matiang'i Brigade. This team will topple William Ruto in 2027, and we can actually have a space to breathe of a new government being born. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to hear your take in regards to this analysis. Leave a comment on the comment section. See you in our next video. This is the Kenyan Daily Report.